Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a 2-page layout using primarily the Beach Days collection from Close to My Heart. Not sure if it's still available. Obviously, they are ceasing operations at the end of June. So I think a lot of people have gone and bought a bunch of stuff, but I have it in my stash and I want to use up my stash. So I went and got it out of the she shed to use for this layout. And I'm going to be documenting pool photos again. And I feel like I've been documenting almost in pairs. So I did this layout, I think the same day as I did last week's pool layout. It's just for each of my boys, so it'll go in different albums, and I wanted to kind of switch it up. I was running out of pool-like ephemera, I guess, in my Simple Stories summer stash, so I went out to the she shed and grabbed this one. So my photos are going to go on the top where that, I believe it's the color Bluebird would be my guess. So that's where my photos are going to be, and then I'm going to layer pattern papers kind of on the bottom. I love the beach ball paper. It's very busy though, and so not much, I guess, embellishments or anything is going to be kind of over top of that because it is quite busy. But to add another element, I am going to be using what I believe is probably honey butter, this subtle pattern paper here, and add the strip in between the two. And then you do see the zip strips there with the sunglasses. I just thought those are really cool. And so that is going to be yet another element, another stripe going across the page. So these layouts are very linear and they are going to, just line up. And then I believe my photos are for the most part as well. Again, I'm trying to get a lot of photos on, I'll say a single page layout, but obviously this is a 2-page layout, just trying to conserve space because I am running out of room for all of my albums. You could see the back is a pattern paper. When I turned it over, what I end up doing is going through my paper pads, and the ones that have a white background, any that I don't think I will use, the pattern side, I will rip out. And I had a collection. I think I've used them all up at this point, but that is what I will use when backing, or when I need a background paper to tape all of my layers on, I guess. So you can see that none of that paper is showing, and so I didn't want to use a really good piece of cardstock. So instead I did get one of these, or I will use these papers for cutting my cut files. I just, I hate wasting them, and so I have found other ways to kind of use them, so I'm not wasting them. So here are all of my pool photos. I am going to keep, looks like 3 of them on a 4x6 size, and then I believe the other ones are 4x4. And then I did have the Picture My Life cards for this collection, and so I am going to be using one because I needed kind of an extra space, an extra filler. I didn't have an extra photo, and so I used that instead. And it says, "Welcome to our family adventure." So I'm just going to line up my photos all the way across the page now. This middle one here, I did not back at all. You see there's no white. That is going to have the flip flap on top of it, just like that. And then on the other side, I'm again just going to line them right up across the page. I did leave a gap between these two, which on the other side I did not. But I realized I have all that extra space to the right that I need to fill up. So I have some pieces left over from the scrapbooking workshop. That's where these hexagons are from. I thought maybe I would go with kind of a hexagon theme, but I just didn't love it. And so instead I'm going to go with a circular embellishment theme. So We are going to get my nesting dies from scrapbook.com and cut out some circles to kind of embellish with. You can see I have this sticker sheet that does not have much left on it. I do actually have 2 of the sticker sheets. I think I bought both the scrapbooking workshop and then just the papers and sticker sheet. I struggled embellishing this one, and I think it was because I felt like I didn't have a lot of options. I did bring in, I think this is like the Blue Skies collection. I will have to look to see if there's any left. This is a quite a bit older one, but I do have quite a bit of it left, at least papers. And the colors matched pretty well. There is like that teal color that's not in the Beach Days, but I thought the rest of them looked close enough, so I did add that kind of as another title. I thought originally my Picture My Life card was going to be my title, but I needed something else on this page. And here's where I get into the circular embellishments. I did cut those out using those nesting dies that I have, and I think a few of them, I know that the one with the girl floating, that is actually a Picture My Life card. The polka dotted one above it might be as well. And then I had the coral one on page 1 left over from the scrapbooking workshop. So I did use that up. That tab is from the scrapbooking workshop as well. And then I do have the extra embellishments, which are really fun, like rubber shapes. That beach ball at the top is one of those. And I really like, I don't know, I just thought that was a fun, different texture, size. I don't know, just different than, I guess, maybe the normal embellishment. There's beach balls and sunglasses and flip-flops and just a lot of fun little designs. So here I'm getting a few pieces off of that Blue Skies sticker sheet. That circular heart at the top of page 2 is from there. And then I decided to kind of pull down that layout, I guess, a little bit by using some of the phrase stickers. There were 3 different ones that worked. Couple from each, not a couple, but from each of the sticker sheets there. One is green, but I felt like it stuck out enough. But again, here's where I'm kind of struggling with what else to use or how else to embellish. I do decide to add an embellishment cluster down here, kind of on the middle of page 1 on the left-hand side, and I don't know, to me it almost looks out of place. Obviously I'm adding more to it. I have that ticket and then the flip-flops, and then I'm going to add the sunglasses. I don't know, maybe it's just too small. Maybe I needed a larger embellishment cluster down there. I think I do add that little flag that has been floating around this video. It's red. I think I do add that to that embellishment cluster. That came from the scrapbooking workshop as well, just something else I had left over. So yeah, I do stick that in there, so that does kind of elongate that cluster as well and makes it a little bit bigger. I did move up the circle with the girl floating, move that up a little bit and added another circle on the top. Again, just, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one that just doesn't love every single layout that you create. This one is definitely, I struggled on. I did kind of spruce up, I guess, that top cluster of circles, added that arrow, and then added a heart to the cluster on page 1. But again, I will look to see if these are available. I am no longer a maker, but I will definitely link them down below if they are still available, because I do love both of these collections. Let me know your suggestions on this layout, what I could do to maybe improve the layout. I am always open for suggestions, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.